Hello lovely people, welcome back to the farm and the best time of your day where I get to share a little bit of my day with you. Today I'm gonna go ahead and check on the pigs. I want to see how they're doing. I had a couple of questions about them yesterday. I've gotten one of them answered. The first question was, what do I need to be feeding them right now? So I did some research and I got that number and I found out that I'm probably underfeeding them a little bit right now, so we're gonna increase their feed. That would explain too why they always acting like they're hungry, right? So that was just something I was curious about, is why are they always acting like they're hungry? Did the research, found out that I need to be feeding them more. Now, they don't look malnourished, they're just always acting hungry. With the colder temps and everything like that, I guess they need a little more increase in their diet, and as they're getting bigger, of course, we'll increase their feed. So, alright, so in addition to the hay bale that we have out there for them, I'm going to start giving them 6 scoops or 12 pounds of feed per day, and since it is fermented, soaked and fermented, they don't need as much. They don't need as much feed, about 15% less than what you'd normally give them if you weren't soaking it, just because their body can process and absorb nutrients from that soaked and fermented grain a lot easier. They can digest it and get the nutritional value out of it that they need. In order to do this, it's going to require a couple things. First of all, I'm going to need 2 buckets per day to soak their feed in. Let's figure some stuff out. The first thing I want to figure out is exactly how much have I been giving them per scoop per day. So what is a scoop, you know? Is a scoop of feed 2 pounds? Is it 3 pounds? You know, so what have I actually been giving them? And then that's gonna really tell me a lot of information about what I need to give them. Don't feel like I've been underfeeding them that much, but I wanna see for sure. So I've gotta find our scale. Okay, so I didn't ever find the scale. So instead I bought a fish scale and a bucket. So you know how it is when you know you have something, you know it should be around here somewhere. And how frustrating it is when you have to go buy something that you should be able to just find, but you can't, and nobody else can find it, nobody knows where it went. We're gonna put 2 scoops of food in there, or we're gonna put 1 scoop of food in there. Like a normal scoop like I usually get. Now we're gonna weigh this. All right, so I haven't been underfeeding them too badly. So that's 9 pounds. So that's just 3 pounds less than what I need to be giving them now. So that's not too bad actually. So they're not malnourished. They might just not be putting on quite as much weight as what they could be or could have been putting on. So we'll get their feed intake bumped up, especially with the cold weather out here. We've been giving them a lot of other stuff in addition to that too. Eggs, bread, just leftovers, you know, sourdough or oatmeal, you know, just the stuff that we put in the scrap bucket for them. So yeah, so I'm gonna get a full day's worth of feed dished up in a bucket for them, wet down, and then from there we'll just have to start rotating, you know, 3 days getting the feed that they need. So for today, besides the normal grain I'm going to be feeding them, I'm also going to get them just probably a few pounds of, I'm gonna add a few pounds of pumpkins to their feeding tonight, just to make sure that they're good. And then tomorrow we'll start with the regular allotted daily feed. The new increased uptake of feed that they need to stay healthy, wealthy and wise, put on weight and grow and all that good stuff. All right, so we're about 12.5 pounds there. I'm gonna call that good. If they start leaving food behind or they start looking like they're putting on too much weight, I can always add more or take away. All right, well with that done, we're all set up. start a rotation of feeding them. So normally when I start this out, I just get it all started. I don't worry about the first couple of days. Those first couple of days, they may not be, you know, fully fermented or soaked or anything like that, but it's better than nothing, and I don't have time to mess around, wait, or there's no real way to speed it up, right? So without any real way to speed up the process, you just gotta start with what you got. So you got some wet grain, that's better than nothing. The great thing about feed and soak grains as well is that you can cut down on your water intake. You cut down on the pig's water intake, they're not drinking as much, you're not having to refill it as much. They're getting a lot of water in their feed. Until I'm gonna need to add more water to this feed because it's not moist enough. There's even some dry spots in it. Well, there you go, folks. That's all the time I got for today. Hey, and don't forget, channel name coming. We got a daily vlog coming for you every single day, even if it's short like this, because stuff just didn't work out the way we wanted it to. We'll talk at you later.